Hello everyone, so in today's tutorial I will talk about AWT and how you can create a frame by giving you a simple example of additional process. So first we have to import the AWT. We say import java.awt.star. After that we create the frame by inheritance, so we say public class GUI extends frame, and after that inside the frame we have to put some text field, label and button. Okay, so all of those things I have to type it inside the constructor. I can type it directly or indirect. Okay, so I will create all of them indirect way because when I do that, it will become public and anywhere outside the constructor. If I call them, it will not cause me any problem. So first of all, I will say label L1, L2 and L3. After that, text field, T1, T2 and T3. Then button B. Now we create the constructor. So I'll say public GUI, and inside it we can create all the labels, text field and button, and we can as well give the frame a design as we want. We can give it a background color or change the color of the frame, and we can give it a title. So here I will give it a title, so I'll say set title, and here I will give it title as AWT example. Okay, after that I will set visible because it's so important to set the visible to show the frame. So when the visible is true, the frame will shown, and when it's false, the frame will not be shown. Okay, after that I will create the labels, text field and button. So I will say L1 equal to new label. Okay, and give the label a name. I will give it input 1, and then I will, just to save in a time, I will copy paste it. Okay, but don't forget to just change the name of those labels, okay, to not cause you any problem after that. So I will name this input 2 and output. Okay, after that I will create the text field just the way that I create the label. So I will say T1 equal to new text field. Then I will just give it a number of size such as 20, and as well you can copy paste it like we do with the labels, but don't forget the names, just change it T1, T2 and T3. Okay, after that I will create the button B equal to new button. Okay, and as well I will give the button a name, so I will say the result. Then we have to add all those inside the frame. If we just don't type add and the name of the label and text fill and button, it will not be added inside the frame. So just be careful, don't forget to just put the added. This is so important. So we will add the label 1, add the text field 1, and as well we do this process again to add all of them. So label 2 and add T2, then add L3, and finally add T3. So this is all the labels and text field, and don't forget to add the button as well. Okay, so we add the B as well. So as you say, L1, T1, L2, T2, L3, T3, and B. Okay, after that, we have to give the button action. As I said, we have an additional process. So in this case, we have to give the button an action to add two numbers together. Okay, so I will say B dot add action listener, and here inside this I will say new action listener. Okay, so you will get this option. You have to click on enter, and after you click on the enter, it will come this. So inside the action performed, you have to put the action you want, if it was additional process, multiple, or um, divide, or anything you just want. Okay, so I will just delete this, and I will just put the information inside here. So first of all, we need three variables. Okay, so first I will say float A, B, and C. Here we will do all the action and process. So I will say A equal to float dot pairs float, and here I have to say T1 dot get text. Okay, and do the same thing with B. So I will say B equal to float dot pairs T2 dot get text. Sorry. Okay. So in the C, I will say A plus B. Then in the T3, I'll say T3 dot set text. And here I will say string dot value of C. Okay, so after that we need to add too many things, but don't forget we don't put it inside the action perform, but we put it outside of it, but it's inside the constructor as well, so don't get any mistake. Okay, so I will set size to give the frame a size that we want. I will say 300 to 300. Okay, it must be integer, so don't forget. And I will set layout as well. So the set layout is so important, don't forget it. We say new flow layout. Okay, so here the layout, we have so many different kind of layouts. We can discuss it in another tutorial. Okay, so in this tutorial I will just use the flow layout, and to just call it and do all these actions and to create the frame, sorry, you have to just create an object to call of them. Of course you have to create it for the constructor, so I'll say GUI OB equal to new GUI. Okay, and after that you run the program. Okay, run the file, and it will get you the output, and it will work perfectly. Thank you for watching, and see you in another tutorial.